300 years ago, deep inside the early American frontier, an entire settlement vanished. Every man, every woman, every child, without blood, without fire, without a single trace of struggle. The government buried the truth. Historians ignored the evidence, and the land was quietly removed from every official map. Today, we open the locked door to a story that America never wanted the world to hear. Chapter 1. The Night America Stood Still. 1725. It was the spring of 1725. The eastern coast of the New World was still young, raw, and only partially shaped by European colonies. Most of the land was wilderness, untamed forests, uncharted rivers, and a silence that could swallow a man whole. In the dense woods of Virginia, there once stood a settlement known as Ravenpike. It was small but lively, around 400 people, surviving on farming, hunting, and trade with local tribes. On one moonless night, something happened. At dawn, a woodcutter arrived at Ravenpike with a cart of freshly cut logs and found the settlement completely empty. No bodies, no signs of battle, no burned homes, no footprints leading away. It was as if the people had evaporated from the earth. But in the center of the village square, scratched into wet soil, there was a single sentence. They came from the fog. From that day on, the land around Ravenpike was whispered about as the Forbidden Valley, a place even the bravest avoided. Chapter 2. The Unknown Map. 26 years after the disappearance, a British mapmaker named Samuel Greaves discovered a strange wooden box inside an abandoned outpost. Inside the box was a hand-drawn map of America, but not the America we know. Rivers were in different positions. Mountain ranges were shifted. Entire regions existed that do not appear on any modern chart. And across one large shaded section were written 3 words: Zone of the Forgotten. Beside it, in faded ink, someone had scribbled another line. It rejected us once and waits for our return. Greaves sent the map to the colonial administration for examination. 2 weeks later, he mysteriously disappeared. His horse was found beside a river. He was not. The map was never publicly seen again. Chapter 3. The Silent Expedition. 1790. When the United States officially became a nation, one of the government's earliest secret directives was to investigate the Ravenpike incident. The operation was classified under the name Project Hollow Wind. Leading the mission was General Elliot Harper, a respected commander known for his discipline and fearlessness. The team included 30 armed rangers, 12 native scouts, 8 geographers, 5 unnamed specialists. Their objective: enter the Forbidden Valley, document everything, find the truth. But when the mission returned 3 weeks later, only 19 men came back. Those who survived didn't speak. Not a word. Not even to their families. General Harper filed a single-sentence report. We are not alone, and we were never the first. The file was immediately sealed and stored in military archives marked restricted access only. Chapter 4. Mark of the First Ones. In the winter of 1800, near the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, a young boy ran to his father in terror. "Daddy, they're back, the Fog people." Villagers followed the boy to the mountain edge. There, carved into the stone, were long, slender humanoid shapes, arms stretched unnaturally far, legs too short, heads almost triangular. Elders from a nearby Cherokee community examined the markings. One elderly woman known as Henawello whispered, They were here before us. They were here before you. This land was theirs long before any of us walked it. She called them the first ones. That night, a trader recorded in his notebook, "They have returned." Chapter 5. The Secrets That Shaped a Nation. In 1817, an emergency meeting took place in Washington, attended by high-ranking officials including future President James Monroe. On the table lay reports from the 1790 expedition, strange skeletal remains with triangular skulls, Samuel Greaves' altered map, eyewitness accounts of fog-shrouded entities, disappearances dating back centuries. After hours of debate, Monroe stood and said, "If this truth ever becomes public, the foundation of this nation collapses." The documents were locked away under what would later be known as America's Forbidden Archive, far from public eyes. Chapter 6. The Only Survivor. In 1821, an emaciated man stumbled into a church in Pennsylvania. He looked like he hadn't seen sunlight in decades. When the priest asked where he came from, the man whispered, "Ravenpike." The priest froze. That settlement vanished 96 years ago. The man replied with trembling breath, "They took us. They watched us. They kept us underground. They let me go because they knew no one would believe me." His final words were, "They're still here, and they're waiting." The next morning, the man disappeared, leaving behind only muddy footprints leading toward the forest.